welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's job is to get ready to do a little bit more painting. What I'm going to do is, this back wall is just wood. Now if I can, I want to paint it in place. But before I do that, and that might be a separate video in itself, before I do that, I'm going to take off everything that's on the back wall, which is the supports for the firefighters who are sitting in there, so they've got a little bit of a comfortable ride, not like the appliances now, which are almost like sitting in armchairs. You know, back in the day, all you had was this little bit of foam padding to rest against. Most people used to just sit with their back on the BA set, the breathing apparatus set, which would sit here. So this harness here is a breathing apparatus retaining bracket, and these are the bits we're going to take off. So we're going to take all these off. We'll give them a clean down and give them a spray up so that they're nice and clean, and also we'll lubricate and clean up these, because some of the harnesses probably could do with a little bit of a bit of TLC. So first things first, take these off. It looks like they're just held with 4 bolts. Looks like about a 13mm. That's a 13. Yep, 13mm. There we go, that's that off. Okay, so that's one of the pads off and one BA bracket off. What we now need to do is do all the others. So with the magic of camera action, there we have it. So all the brackets are off. I have had a little look at whether or not to take this off or not. The back wall, which, as I say, is only wood. Now, obviously, if it needed to come off, then I'd do it. I'd take it off. But I don't think it needs to come off. It's not damaged. It's not rotten. Yeah. So I think it can be painted in place. And one of the main reasons for wanting to paint it in place is the way it's been screwed on. There's a screw down here. I don't know if you can roughly see where I'm pointing. But where it's been screwed on, there's one there, there's one there, there's one up here. Every one of them has been filled with a wood filler. So they're going to be an absolute pain to get cleared enough to be able to get a screwdriver in. And I strongly suspect they're just going to get mullered before I try and get them off. So I don't think I'm going to take them off. What I will try and take off, however, is these stops up at the top here. We'll take them off. Again, just to give us a clearer surface to paint. We'll go over the other side and do those in a minute. So we're going to take the roof lining down. The reason for doing that is it's absolutely filthy, so it needs to come down to have a good clean. It looks like it's generally in good order. It doesn't seem that bad, so hopefully all it needs is a clean. I'm just moving a few tools and things out of the way so I can actually get to the bit I want to work on. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but it's absolutely filthy, as I said. So we're going to try and take it down. Okay, so that was a dirty job, but as you can see, the roof lining is down. It's got some sponge up here, obviously as a soundproofing. We can see what the screws went into, so the screws went into this metalwork here. So that means having to line that up again, which will be fun. But we'll give that roof lining a good clean, get that back up and do the metalwork, all this stuff off the back, get all that painted, get this painted, and then the only thing really left in here is fixing the seats, because you can see the seats sorry, let's try that again. Fixing the seats, because you can see that they're torn there and there's a bit of a tear over there. That other one's torn on the corner. This needs to be cleaned and varnished up, and all the metalwork inside needs to be polished to get that nice and clean. Okay, so I'm in the garage. What I'm doing at the moment is just taking the back covers off, or taking the foam pads off the brackets from the truck. The reason I'm doing that is I'm going to give them a spray up. Just give them a bit of black paint, spray them up, make them nice and clean. But also some of the fabric on those pads is all torn. So what I'll do is I'm going to have a go trying to fix that. Now that might just be a case of gluing them if they'll glue. stitching them if needs be, or ultimately seeing if I can get any more of the fabric and actually replacing them. I do prefer a magnetic bit holder. It's really annoying how these drill bits keep, or these screw bits keep coming out like that. So there are the pads. There's one more pad up on the side. We'll take those. We'll see if we can do anything with them, any kind of repairs. There's all the metal pieces. We'll give them a spray up. The next thing to do is have a look at the breathing apparatus brackets and see what we're going to do with those. Okay, so we'll use this one to just mention what we're going to do with these. I'm not going to dismantle them because the spring mechanism under here is, I won't say it's complicated, it's not, but obviously the whole thing's under tension. So if I release that, it's going to be a bit of a pig putting it all back in, and it doesn't really need it. Basically just blow in with some black polish, some black paint on some of the edges where they're scuffed, and around some of the where the holes would be, where the bolts were. Do those. Spray up a little bit of this. I mean, I might even take that panel off because that's just a case of just undoing those two wing nuts. Take them off. Spray those up. The big job really is this edge here, so that will need just a little bit of a clean up, a bit of primer on it first, because obviously we're down to the raw metal, and then paint that. And each one has got God, I can't even think what the name of it is now. Just like a rubber bung of some sort in there, but most of them have actually come out, and most of them are split as well, like that. So I do have some new ones. So we'll take those off and put some new ones on. It means taking this off, but that's just pressed on. So we'll take that off, put some new ones in. They locate inside there, which should hopefully stop all that moving around. We'll do that as well. And once we've done it on that one, we'll do it on all those ones over there as well.